G'day, I'm Evan, and welcome to Gamey Gamey. Joining me on the show this week is Naomi Higgins.
Where did you hear that? That's not my name. My name's Charlotte Higginbotham. Just kidding, but that is the fake name that I used to use when I was a kid.
Really? What did you use it for?
Just if someone asked my name and I didn't want to give it to them. Wasn't that far from, like, Higginbotham, that's close to Higgins.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
It's got a code. And actually, Apap is here.
Yay! Yay. Thank you.
And also, Han Arbuthnott.
Whoa! Ain't that the craziest thing?
Hell yeah.
Hey.
Do you guys have any fake names that you used?
I once got in trouble for telling a lady at school that my name was, in fact, my middle name, which is Louise. And then she reported me because I was sitting on top of the monkey bars. And she was like, the preps need to go through it, get off the top. And then I was like, whatever. And I told her my name was Louise and it wasn't. And then the teachers were like, who is this fake Louise?
Ooh.
And then I got in huge trouble.
They figured it out?
They figured it out. Because, I came clean.
Was it the guilt that got to you?
That was a waste of time.
I know. But that's the name. That's my story. Han?
I'm trans, so
You had a fake name already.
That's not a...
And what was it? I have something to say that's really important.
Yes?
Is that I had a fun weekend last weekend, okay?
Yay.
It was my birthday and I went to Taylor Swift and then I did karaoke.
yeah.
And then I thought I had a sore throat from karaoke and then I was like, oh my God, no, what if I have COVID? And then I tested for COVID, didn't have that. And then I was like, I sort of feel like, and then I thought it was the dust in my house. Anyway, my mum got me sunflowers for my birthday. And one time when I was a kid, I was like, for like 2 weeks, and it was because Mum had lilies in the house, and the moment we put them outside, I was fine. And so I was like, shit, it's the sunflowers, so I put them outside today. And then I got sunflower pollen on my dress, but I was like, I still want to wear it, but it's so hot. I was like, I could put it in the wash, and then I'll just like put it on wet, and it's like, whatever. Like, it'll be wet, but it'll be clean. Anyway, and then I put it on, and then like 15 minutes ago, I realized, oh, the dress is dried, and there's still pollen all over it.
Oh.
And so that's why I look like this.
I mean, radiant.
Anyway, it was a roller coaster of a week.
Yep. Great.
Do not cut any of that out. If you cut that out, I will fucking lose it. Everyone will be like, who's this grub?
Are you feeling any like pollen-related feelings right now, or do you feel fine?
No, I think it's just like stained now.
It's sad. It's such a great top.
Yeah. Maybe that's in. It's a new
It's
thing.
a dress.
What?
Oh, I see.
What? I don't know.
Were you doing a callback?
No, I wasn't, but...
Do you remember? Wait,
Huh?
remember like 2 years ago we had a
Yeah, I
whole
do,
conversation where you
yes.
didn't know the difference between a top and a dress.
I didn't know the difference between a skirt and a dress.
And you just called this a top?
Well, I'm only looking at the top half here. It could be either from where I'm sitting right now.
But
And
you
I'm
saw
sure
me
everyone
walk
else
in.
would agree. Yeah, I know. I know it's a dress.
He claims.
The point is, it's... Never mind.
We should keep talking about it.
It's our 150th episode today.
What? Really?
Yeah.
And you let me
snuck up
rattle
on us.
on like that?
Wow.
I mean, that's like every other episode. There's not really any. It's not really a big...
That's true.
We did something for the 100th, but we didn't really do anything for this. Yeah, I mean, we wore suits.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I guess it wasn't very special other than that. For the 50th episode, we did like a live episode with an audience.
Oh,
But I guess this isn't really a big milestone, or at least not enough that I cared enough about it to...
I don't know.
What are you gonna do?
150, as many years as a turtle can live to,
Yeah.
right?
I think it's more than that. You only watched half of Finding Nemo.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this is too sad. Let's watch the one with the balloon, and then that was even worse.
Yeah.
So, no more Pixar movies.
The one with
for
the
me.
balloon?
Up in the air. Ugh.
Up in the...
Up in the air. The John Clooney, the John Clooney,
John
the George
Clooney.
Clooney Pixar movie. Anyway.
when there's only
Clooney?
one balloon.
Yeah, he has an assistant or something. Anna Kendrick?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
And
What are you talking about?
Heaps of stuff.
So much.
All right. This week, we're talking about Titanic, A Space Between. But first, what do you think of this? Last week was low-key a big one for Xbox.
Oh.
What?
I really want to hear why. You're doing great, Evan. You're doing so good.
Is it because I said low-key?
No.
It was the
I don't know what it
delivery,
was. I don't know what it was, but it was beautiful.
You're doing amazing.
Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer went on the official Xbox podcast to talk about their strategy moving forward. And it became clear that Xbox is no longer just a game console. Xbox is an idea.
Whoa.
All right.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I didn't believe it, and then you stared into my soul when you said it. Now I feel it. It really
Yeah,
is.
well, I mean, it's an important shift,
It is. It is.
right?
Are you going to show us something or?
Yeah.
No. Did you want to look at something? You've seen what an Xbox looks like.
Yeah, but.
Well, now forget about it. Because it's all just an idea.
Is this you coming out as
an
Italian?
idea.
What?
Forget about it.
Anyway, Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer explained the strategy like this. We have a different vision for the future of gaming, a future where players have a unified experience across devices, a future where players can easily discover a vast array of games with a diverse spectrum of business models, a future where more creators are empowered to realize their creative vision, reach a global audience, unite their communities, and succeed commercially, a future where every screen is an Xbox.
What the hell does that even mean?
You
Xbox? Every screen's an Xbox? That's crazy.
Is it 2006?
Like if you're going to pick one console, what
Yeah?
every screen is.
Which console would you pick as the screen for every screen?
It would either be PlayStation
Okay.
or Nintendo Switch or something like that.
Why is that?
Because they're more popular.
But
Interesting.
do any of those have Connect?
Well, technically Xbox doesn't have Kinect anymore, but
And that's where they lost me.
have you ever owned an Xbox? Have you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have an
actually,
Xbox.
one time I was sleeping in my bed and I woke up and I started hearing all these voices.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, what the hell? What's going on here? And I thought that the house was haunted or, someone had broken into the house. And then I went to the lounge room and it was just the Xbox menu that was open. You know how it would
The
just
voices?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
That may have had
remember
voices?
that.
Yeah, it was like very matrixy, and it
Right.
had the
green
really
glow.
fucked me up. Yeah. The green.
I think the green was the mistake. I think the green was a mistake.
Really?
Yeah.
Green.
Why?
Well, but PlayStation's blue
Envy.
and Nintendo's red.
Envy Shrek. You know?
Oh.
Shrek monopolized green.
I think Xbox predates Shrek.
Well, not in my landscape.
To me, it's Gex.
Gex rhymes
game?
with Shreks.
No.
Great
The game?
franchise.
Well,
Yeah.
There's a little gecko.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And Skek.
The smart talking. He loves pop culture.
He would have a podcast today.
He would have a podcast.
Yeah.
Would you listen to it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
just checking.
Yeah. So what does this mean? Every screen is an Xbox. What could that possibly even mean?
So I think what we're getting at here is how they've got a few things on the go, right? They've got Xbox Game Pass, which has been around for about 6 years.
People like that.
People like that. I like that. I think it's a relatively good value, not super expensive subscription that gives you access to a huge library of games on PC and Xbox. And then you've also got cloud gaming, which is something that Xbox has been doing for a few years now as well. And you sort of kind of mush those together and you kind of got this thing where like, well, do you really need an Xbox if you can play Xbox games anywhere using cloud gaming? Like it means you can play Xbox games on your phone or on your computer or on your iPad or something.
Actually, you know what I did over Christmas?
What did you do over Christmas?
This was a mistake. You know, I play games on my phone.
Yeah.
Last week I was playing a hotel game on my phone.
Yeah.
And I refused to tell anyone what the name was because I didn't want anyone else's lives to be ruined.
Right, yeah.
Right.
Anyway, over Christmas, I flew to Canberra for Christmas. So I was like downloading stuff on Netflix on the plane.
Yep.
And then I downloaded Farming Simulator
Right.
on my phone.
Okay.
And then I got addicted to that for like 2 weeks. I couldn't stop farming on my
Oh
phone.
no.
What was your favorite thing you farmed?
None of it. I was just grinding, bro. Just going through sorghum and wheat and barley. It was dreadful. It was so bad.
Were you good at
My
farming?
phone was so hot.
Yeah.
Okay. That
So
could be a
I
problem.
don't recommend it. You know Farming Simulator, don't you?
Kind of.
Wait, can you buy it for fun or
Fake
did you do
gamer.
something sneaky?
No, it's just on Netflix.
Oh yeah, right.
They have like a bunch of GTA games.
What?
And I was like, what? And I was about to download it, and then I saw Farming Simulator, and I was like, fuck! Could not pass that up.
Games on Netflix.
Yeah, it's a relatively new thing. I haven't really played much.
Well, I
games
played
on
because I've
Netflix.
played Farming Simulator before.
Right.
And so I downloaded it, and it's literally just the game. I mean, it's a simpler version, but it looks exactly the same.
Right.
But I feel like the GTA would just be. It was like GTA San Andreas.
Yeah.
Yep. So I guess before Phil Spencer got on this podcast, there was a bit of a sense of like, mate, what's Xbox going to do about hardware in future? And is the idea of having to buy an Xbox console to play an Xbox game, is that like an outdated paradigm now?
Well, obviously he thinks it is if he's like, well, let's just make Xbox an idea.
He didn't feel how hot my phone got.
What?
Really, I had to take it out of the case.
That might change his mind.
I had to take it out, and then I was like,
Maybe you need a gaming phone.
What if?
well, there you go.
Well,
Well,
Xbox
look
should
at
make
that.
gaming
Why are you mad at me? I'm engaging in the discussion
all right.
that you're having,
have a
which is
question.
rare for me, by the way. I'm actually saying something that's relevant. You're in a bad mood.
If all screens are Xboxes,
yes.
will they let you like play? I don't know why I'm asking this. Like you're gonna know the answer to what's happening in the future, but maybe you will. I don't know.
Maybe I do.
What if I want to play my Switch, but it's an Xbox, but I want to play but everything's Xbox. I'm very overwhelmed.
I don't think he's saying that the Nintendo Switch will be an Xbox.
No,
yeah.
but if every screen is an Xbox, right? That means my TV that I would play my Switch.
I think what you're thinking of is, in this version of your understanding of this is Xbox takes over the world, all other screens are gone.
Yeah.
I think what he
Yes.
wants is just that
Yeah.
Xbox is compatible
No.
with everything.
Actually, you make me sick.
Like these would
With
be
the way you
Xboxes, right?
misunderstand
These screens behind us would be Xbox.
Yes. Why else would you need to do anything? When you have Xbox.
So we're taking it very literally.
So
He's
what
going to
if-
take every screen and make every
I don't
screen
think it's meant to be taken quite that literally.
Say goodbye
I
to
wanted to-
PlayStation exclusives. Say goodbye to Mario, because they're going to kill him in the town square.
I don't think there's a lot of PlayStation exclusives coming up anymore.
They're going to cut his very round head off.
No more Mamma Mia.
And then they're going to split Luigi down the middle like a string cheese. It's going to be awful.
And it's not even mozzarella, which would be culturally accurate.
Yeah, but they refused to do that. They said, fuck Italy. And then they
did.
put Princess Peach in a wood chipper.
Which she might deserve, some would say.
Yeah.
So
What are your thoughts
every
on
screen is an Xbox. That statement in the context of Microsoft's bullish strategy of acquiring game studios, it seems like they just want Xbox to kind of just be ubiquitous.
We finally started having fun. And you're like, let's talk about the same sentence from Xbox again.
In your mind, it's like Xbox, and honestly, my mind before. You convinced me otherwise. Originally, I understood what you're saying. It was make it compatible with everything, but I think these two are right in that, it's going to be, everything else is gone, Xbox only.
You're going to hear those little voices everywhere as well.
Yeah.
I don't know the
Everything's
voices
going to be
thing.
green. The same way that Elon Musk renames Twitter X because of some, like, you know, I don't know, I guess he stopped growing in like 2001 maybe when X was cool and it was all like neon green and like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like shiny, silver, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's this now. And that's what we all look forward to.
Wait a second. Xbox.
Exactly.
Oh, God damn it.
Exactly.
So they're the third biggest gaming company in the world by revenue.
What is your problem?
I mean, I don't know.
Honestly, why you're so bored
No, well,
that you're like everyone else has to be bored too.
no, I mean, we're talking about the industry.
Stats man.
Maybe we should move on.
I love Xbox.
Love
Everybody.
I don't even remember having any games on that Xbox. No, I lied. I had Munch's Odyssey.
I used to play Forza and Gran Turismo, and when I was little, and I play it with my sister's.
Pretty sure that's a movie.
Okay, I play it with my sister's boyfriend. It's a car game, and I would only play it if he would let me play what I called bumper cars, where he would just basically stay still and he would let me like drive backwards around the track, so I would meet with him and then hit him. And I would that's what I loved to do.
Okay.
That's beautiful.
What do you think the future of gaming is?
That.
That? Driving around in Gran Turismo.
Just-
Okay.
I hope it's that. That sounds great.
Yeah, that's not what Phil Spencer's vision is, I don't think. But
Everyone's happy that I'm being a gamer today.
are you?
Yeah.
What do you think the future of gaming is?
The future of gaming
Yeah.
is I think it's time for egg and spoon races to make a comeback.
I love this.
Okay. Yep.
You know, I reckon as the world starts to collapse around us, like just our communities are going to become smaller.
Yep.
Yep.
Obviously, eventually, you know, the power grids are going to go down.
Thank God.
Then the internet.
Mm-hmm.
We won't really have any means of communicating with anyone, and that will be for the best.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Then all we'll have is the stuff that we do together, and we'll need to be working on stuff like that we can actually. Like, you won't be making games for fun, so you just need to make them out of whatever. And, you know, we'll probably still have chickens, still have eggs. That'll be something to put effort into because we'll need to eat.
Yeah.
So obviously they'll boil the eggs first because you won't want to waste the eggs
Right, yes.
in
French
the
life.
apocalypse. So then it will be egg and spoon races.
Yeah.
I reckon Pass the Parcel will come back in a big way.
Well,
Interesting.
I would disagree with you because that is a lot of waste, and that's just what I was talking about. So
But the tip, there's all this stuff about, at the moment, there's too much waste. We find fun at the tip, wrap shit up,
rummage through the tip.
you know? Rummage. I think in the apocalypse, we absolutely will have to rummage
I think
through the
Rummage Through the Tip could be a game on its own.
tip. On the Xbox, perhaps.
I definitely did that as a kid. Did anyone else do that?
Yeah.
Rummage through the tip?
Time to go play Rummage Through the Tip.
Yeah. Yeah, like you would look through the tip.
Yeah.
If there was anything good there.
Yeah. Go to school and be like, what did you guys do on the weekend? My mum took me to play Rummage for the Tip.
I'm
So much
not joking though.
I didn't do anything.
I don't think
I
I
genuinely
sincerely
go with my
remember
dad.
getting things from the tip. I feel like I got a rocking horse from the tip.
Don't they have like little shops in some of them where they're like,
It wasn't a shop.
You just went on
You don't need a bag.
Do they let
Yeah.
you just go on?
I mean, I think we were like maybe dropping stuff off.
You have to pay to drop stuff off at the tip now. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I don't think that's crazy.
I think it's insane.
It's a service.
I've never properly seen
Should all be free.
a tip, I think.
You've never seen a
I just
tip?
think of like in the movies and like the kids shows where they're like, we're going to the junkyard and there's like
Right.
there's always like an angry dog there.
Yeah.
That's not a
And
tip. That's a
everything
junkyard.
is tires.
That's just the plot of Sandlot.
It's a bit
okay.
more
No,
organized.
you're thinking of High School Musical 3.
The boys are back.
Maybe we should move on.
That's a junkyard. That's just cars.
That's just cars.
We're talking about a tip.
You want to see a tip? You go see my sister's childhood bedroom.
Okay.
Messy girl. Messy, messy girl.
Ashley, can you give me a tip? Just the best
Hot
you've
tip,
got?
be yourself.
Whoa.
Everyone else is shit.
It's true. Literally everyone except me. Someone in the chat asked if I've ever had braces. And
You have a big
I have.
story.
Why did they ask that?
Because they said I have really nice teeth.
You do.
Um,
You had your
cheated.
whole face broken.
I had a jaw
So you cheated.
Well, actually I had a tumor.
Oh,
Dun, dun, dun.
oh my God. Well, of course you can win any conversation by saying I had a tumor.
You literally can.
And it also could be spelled C-H-E-U, because jaw.
C-H-E-W?
Yeah.
C-H-E-U. Chew. Chew like a little sneeze.
Yeah. But you had it removed.
What's
and then you had
going
your
on?
jaw.
And then and then they fixed my jaw. They put bone from my hip in my jaw, and then they gave me braces so because my teeth moved, and then I also got fake teeth in some spots, and I've had 2 kinds of braces, and now I have normal guy teeth.
Wow.
What a trajectory.
So you did cheat.
You should do an Australian story.
Okay.
I've also had
Alright.
braces
No.
and Invisalign because I didn't wear my retainer.
I have a mouth guard. because I grind so much. And now I
you
think the
grind.
mouth, I got one of flexible mouth guards, and I used to have one of hard ones, and now I think my teeth are moving, so I might have to get Invisalign, so we'll talk about that.
Tell you what, you grind daily.
I grind. Hey, you know why? Because of my thoughts. Because of my mind, I tend to grind. Because of my mind, I tend to grind.
Have you ever had
Red
braces
leather,
on?
yellow leather.
I've never had braces, no.
What is going on?
I don't know. I'm gonna try and get this back on track.
Everything is expo.
Titanic, A Space Between is a supernatural time travel VR horror game set on the sinking Titanic. Now, I know that sounds like the perfect game, but is it? Let's take a look at the trailer.
The thing about time is, it doesn't forget, and it certainly doesn't forgive either. Now let's say one were to try and surpass the rules of Mother Nature. In that instance, they would face the ultimate revenge of the universe.
Wait a second. What is this place?
Hendrik, we thought you were gone.
Shit, Marvin. I hardly have any time down here.
Find Jane's cabin and let's go from there. I mean, for all we know, we could be too late to find Jane or Diana.
Diana checking in. Something is horribly wrong here.
You need to leave this ship's bow ASAP.
Holy shit! That actually worked! Hell, Marvin, I'm gonna die here! You screwed me!
That was a look at the trailer for Titanic, A Space Between. Now, it's hard to imagine a more compelling concept for a game.
For you.
Than to be on the Titanic.
But a horror game on the Titanic with supernatural elements and time travel? Sign me up.
When I played it, I just shoveled coal.
That's part of it, shoveling coal. yes.
Horrific.
I mean, you have to do that to blend in.
Same as life today.
Yeah, and also to start the crane thing. But anyway.
They didn't tell me why I had
spoilers.
to blend in.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to get caught out.
What I'm doing what? That's what I don't understand.
Doing what?
All I know is I'm on the Titanic.
That's
You're trying to find a girl so you can confront her.
Yeah, every day.
And be like,
Leave her alone. You have to go back in time to find Jane and say, "You're not Jane, you're Diana," or something
like
of
that.
the opposite of that.
Wait, is there a Jane as well as a Diana?
oh, no.
oh yeah.
I only got
No,
to
there's
play
only
like
one of them, but I don't know which one.
No, there's two.
Doesn't
of them.
make sense.
I played like
You said
30
that it
seconds.
was one, but it was not. But it was the other one.
What? No, there's two of them.
You're like, oh, she's there, but it's not actually her. It's the other girl.
Are you telling me there's two girls, one cup?
What?
But the
And
ship
the cup
is the cup.
Titanic.
The Titanic
because
is the
it's
cup. And it's full of
full-
liquids.
we're on the same page.
We're on the same boat.
We're in the same boat. My hair looks stupid. It feels stupid.
It looks great.
It looks great. It looks.
And
I
it
don't think it's
feels
doing what it's
and it
supposed to
feels-
do.
I think you need to do something about it.
So thick. It's beautiful.
I've got-
I only played like 30 seconds of the game before I started to feel unwell. So I couldn't really get
Yeah.
into it, but I really
Better.
wanted to because it seemed cool.
Not right. Sorry.
It's beautiful. What was your experience, Evan?
This gave me motion sickness playing this, which
You play a lot of VR, don't you?
I do play a lot of VR, but not a lot of like moving around VR like this. Compared to like something like Half-Life Alyx or a lot of other games like this, where you do the teleport method, this doesn't do that. It's just got smooth movement, and that kind of artificial locomotion is like a real trigger for motion sickness. But there's not really a way to avoid it in this, which I think they need to probably fix that. Are you still feeling motion
I
sick from
beg to
playing it?
differ
Why?
because I was doing it the other way.
What's
The other way.
Yeah, which is every time you want to walk anywhere, if you're near a wall, then you just you click them so the room changes.
I did that as well.
Orientation, and then you walk a little bit.
We actually walked.
So
Yeah.
maybe if I had changed the settings, that would have been
No,
better.
it's not the settings.
Or is it just...
That's just the way. That's just several ways you can move around.
whatever it was, I think in general, I wouldn't have been... Like, it just made me feel...
Yeah, if you don't have a good
Anytime I
tolerance for it.
accidentally moved that way with like just moving forward in the game, but you're standing still, I was like, like that.
I felt fine until I crouched, like made myself
that too.
crouch, and then I was like, whoa, I felt like I was going down. Like I felt like I was like elevating.
Yeah, that was
going
another
down.
thing that I don't know why you could
You're
just
yelling timber.
I was yelling timber.
be better if you
Wouldn't let
just,
me bob.
Yeah, you should just be able to crouch, actually crouch.
It wouldn't let me do it.
There's a few like
Play
weird things.
VR, but you just crawl around.
I was bobbing. I was crouching in real life,
Yeah.
and I was going down, but it wouldn't let me crawl under this freaking pipe.
Did
Yeah.
anyone play long enough to understand what the story is? Because from the trailer, they were like, and something Diana, and I was like, Princess Diana?
It's not. I don't think it's Princess Diana.
Should be.
Do you know that it's not Princess Diana?
Have you finished the game?
I don't know for sure. No, I haven't because it kept making me motion sickness.
Oh, wait, you have to uncover the mysterious disappearance of a previous traveler on the Titanic.
I gotta get my.
What happened to her?
Big.
She never came back from the ship.
The iceberg was actually just a metaphor for this lady.
Yeah. So
Right,
you've-
so it was time travel. Okay.
Yes. So you've gone back in time and you're looking for Diana, who is a time traveler who has disappeared. I think
Oh, she's a time traveler too.
Yeah, and I think maybe that might be a good way to just sort of knock someone off in the future, is just to send them back to the Titanic, and then they're probably, as it's sinking.
You revealing a plan?
No, I don't know. I'm just saying that maybe that's what's, I don't know.
I feel like you could send them lots of places.
Yeah.
If you time travel someone, you also send them to a different point in space, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be easy to just send them to the middle of space? Why are
I
you
guess
going
you
on the
could do that.
Titanic?
I don't know what the limitations of time travel are.
I personally, as someone who knows what happened on the Titanic, would not want to go back to that.
Yeah, but if you're trying to
You know?
kill someone.
No, well, but if you're
Know what's gonna
Couldn't
happen.
you just send her to the bottom of the ocean?
Hey,
Like, you're not making any sense.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. Maybe that's not what's going on here.
find Atlantis.
We have to slowly uncover the truth.
Oh, that's true. And then you told me to stop playing because you said I was hogging it.
Well, you were hogging it. The hand wanted to play.
I was sitting there for a long time going, my turn? Can I have it?
Well, I couldn't see or hear you because I was on the Titanic.
Yeah, absolutely. Immersed.
That's fair.
And the
It's
only
actually,
thing-
and it was really hard on the Titanic, so I'm really sorry that I was nagging while you were on the real Titanic.
Thank you.
Because that was I've heard that was a
actually
really
really-
bad time for everyone on board.
It was really traumatic, actually.
Yeah.
Because I was like pretending to be a man and I had to shovel coal. And they were like, hey. And I was like, yeah, what's up? But I didn't mean it.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't fit in here.
But,
I should be upstairs with the gentle women.
Oh, yeah.
Those women, so gentle.
Do you think that I would have, do you think that they would have said I was a witch in Salem? If I was there?
I don't
I think I would
know.
have got witch hunted.
Do you do witchy stuff?
No, but they didn't do witchy stuff.
I think they would have been too scared to do that because your power is so intense that they were like.
But that would be the reason why they do it.
But they might be like, honestly, it's not worth the hex that you might put on them. You might be so witchy that they're like, it's not worth it.
Why did you bring this up?
They're like, let's have her on side.
I was just thinking about it.
Oh, okay.
How to avoid, just in case I happen to go back in time to Salem. How do
Yeah.
you avoid?
A lynching.
I say, do a Mulan, pretend to be a man, probably.
Yes. Yeah, you could pass.
They probably don't like that.
No.
Great movie. What are they talking about? Also, I don't like that it says get thrown into the bowels of the Titanic.
I was thinking that, and I was thinking specifically of you because you love poo-poo.
I do love talking about poo-poo, not it specifically, but like get thrown into the bowels.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you
thrown
kind
into
of
bowels.
are.
Never been thrown.
It's a visceral.
You're in the bowels, you're shoveling coal.
Thrown my bowels, but I don't know. I also I want to understand the context of, because when you start the game,
Yes.
it's in this like being interrogated or something, and you're a ghost and you're a lady ghost, and it's like, that's what it said in mine. Did no one else have the experience?
What?
It was like, who are you? How old are you? And I was in this dark room and it was like, my name's something, something. How? And they were like, what year are you born? And they
Oh.
said June something, something. And it's
Yeah.
like, so you'd be 300 something years old.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then she's like, yeah, I was misplaced.
Yeah.
And I'm from, I don't know, but it's like, you're an old ghost? What?
I don't think you're a ghost.
What is going on?
What game did you play?
It was this. I was definitely inside someone's bowels.
No, you're right. That's like a pre thing before you. Yeah. I don't know. So I think that's you'd uncover what was going on there in due course.
Yeah, I was actually
But,
a colonoscopy simulator.
But what an incredible feeling to be on the Titanic. There's something about it,
It's
right?
a ship.
You look out, there's icebergs, huh?
Oh, the ship crashing.
I
So not the
there's a
ship.
Part where
Oh, yes, the ship. Well,
I know that you're in the bowels, right? But I hope
Yep.
that there's a part in the game where you get to like go on the parts of the Titanic that like we've like seen images of for reals.
Yes.
Do you know
Well,
what I
yeah.
mean?
Shortly
You get to,
after the bowels, you're on the top of it. You're in the deck of the poop
poop
deck.
deck.
Bowels the deck.
Maybe.
He did it.
Yeah. The
Kathy
bowels. the poop
Bates is
deck.
there.
Oh,
She's
no
in
one
it.
else is there. It's like, shouldn't there be a lot of people? Because you've just hit an iceberg.
I saw a creepy man.
Yeah, there is a creepy man. There is a monster going around. So don't forget, this is also a supernatural horror game.
Yeah, so where does that come into it? Because that didn't happen on the real Titanic.
No.
Unless?
No, I don't know what's going on.
That's actually
there.
what happened to the Ocean Gate, guys. It
This, I don't think this is. It's not supposed
was
to
actually
be.
just a big monster.
It's not supposed to be historically accurate in that way. It's they're obviously taking some liberties to make it a bit more interesting. Yes.
When did they make this game, and do you think they delayed it because of the Ocean Gate thing?
No, I think it's just.
Because they said it's been so long since the Titanic, it's time to go back, which I think is a very funny thing to put in a trailer after what we've seen.
It's not been that long at all.
They're talking about going back in time, which the Ocean Gate guys. That's not what they were doing.
But they're not saying back in time.
They're also not going back to the
It's a
wreck of the
trailer.
Titanic. They're going back to the Titanic, which is different.
It's completely different thing.
I just took a skim through all of the like copy about it.
Yeah.
I still have no idea what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's the beauty of it. You've got to uncover the truth
You got to uncover the truth.
Yeah, you convinced me.
about time travel.
It's spooky. It's got some jump
I
scares.
already know the
in there.
truth about time travel because I saw Looper.
Yes, I saw Looper too.
Really
many
good stuff.
Years ago. Solve countless puzzles. Manipulate your environments in order to avoid the ever-rising water because it is sinking.
Manipulate.
I don't want to do that. That sounds toxic.
Interactions feel natural and diverse. I think they're overselling this a little bit.
I don't think they know what it is.
Well, to be fair, this is an App Lab game. It's kind of like Steam's. What do they call it in Steam?
Game.
No.
Women in steam.
We never say that.
Because it's not done yet. Early access. That's it. Yeah, it's their equivalent of early access, but
Easy
for Meta VR. So it's not done yet, and it kind of is clearly not done yet. I don't know if you guys got that sense.
Yeah, because the Titanic is still sinking.
What?
It hasn't gone down,
Right.
so it can't be done.
Okay.
And it never will. As far as I'm concerned. As long as I'm never let it go. I'll never let it go, Jack.
That's from the movie.
Don't know what that is.
Like
heard of it.
it's kind of glitchy. It's kind of janky.
I was enjoying it.
I know. Yeah, that surprised me. What? Tell
I
me about
liked
that.
walking around.
You did? Okay. That
I
was my
haven't
least
played that
favorite.
much VR.
Yeah, right. So you were just enjoying the experience.
I don't think I've played VR where you actually walk around. Because A, I'm never in a big enough space to be walking around.
Yeah. Well, you're
is a
talking about
warehouse.
physically walking around,
Yes. Not being in there and like,
using a joystick or
to
teleporting.
move
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
Like I was genuinely walking around.
I
Yeah.
don't know about you, but I'd be afraid to walk around with something covering my eyes. Even if I knew that there was space, I still would be
No, but
terrified.
it comes up with like a grid thing.
I don't trust.
So it tells you when you're going to hit a wall.
They should do like, and I don't know how this would work, but they should do like VR, like
we go.
on a treadmill. So
Well-
you can keep going, but also there should be a way that it's a treadmill, but you can just sort of like turn around on it. Which I
There's
don't
a few
think
different
does work, but
approaches to this. So there are
Oh,
things
you need
that
like a
exist.
moving thing. Whatever they use, where did they film The Mandalorian? Because we need access to it.
They didn't do that with Mandalorian.
The floor didn't move?
No,
They just walked around.
they just walked around.
Classic.
You'll notice in
That's not going to
Mandalorian.
help us at all.
In Mandalorian, when they're doing virtual production stuff, you'll notice that everyone is reasonably close together and they don't really go anywhere.
Well,
Because
I don't
they're
watch
on a
that.
relatively
seen it.
small
I don't
stage.
watch any of that stuff.
That's fine.
I'll watch when there's a girl DeLorean.
Disney has recently been talking about a new thing that they've developed, which is basically it's like a platform with a bunch of rollers on it, or little, like balls on it, and
Nice.
and so you can walk on that and stay in place. And you can
Where-
walk in any direction and stay in place.
What was the start of the bit that you said?
Disney are doing this
For what?
their Imagineers doing stuff for their parks, I guess, for interactive experiences at Disneyland and that sort of thing.
Oh.
Imagine you're watching this. I hope you Imagineer a way out of climate change.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, actually, that would be
Okay,
great.
you're only okay on that? I feel like
Well,
you should absolutely
it's not
support
really
that.
their job. I mean,
It's actually everyone's
They
job.
can
We all
make
do our
anything
bit.
happen, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And they should.
If we all recycle,
Everything's gonna be fine.
everything will be cured.
So I think certainly these things would be, VR games would be better if you had a platform that you could walk. If you could physically walk around, that would definitely help with the
Well, I was walking around.
immersion. Yeah, and you know, it's because we have a large studio space that lets you do that. And you
Yeah.
just have to turn around every now and then and
Yeah.
keep walking.
Naomi, I have a question. When you played the Titanic game, did you walk around at all?
I was walking around.
That's crazy.
I
Yeah.
don't believe you.
I was turning around. I was walking. I was stepping over stuff. Stuff wasn't even there.
You nearly stepped on your dog.
I did walk into my dog. And that's the only thing that broke the immersion for me. Is that I was like, I can't see a dog, but I can feel a dog.
Tarzan
That's
wasn't
his lack
bad.
of personal space. That was his ignoring your boundaries, I would say.
Yeah, but he's like getting old, and I just feel like,
Let him walk into stuff.
well, no, just let him disrespect me because it's not going to change. You know what I mean?
You know, young women do like to let older men disrespect them.
Exactly.
And that's
He
okay.
grew up in like a different
Yeah, it's a different time.
time. But he was born in like 2010 or something. So
Oh, yes.
Did you? But you still got motion sickness, even though you were physically walking around. You weren't really doing the
yeah.
artificial locomotion thing. It still made.
Well,
you
there were a
motion
couple of
sick.
times where I had to do that
Yeah.
thing. It made me, or when I crouched,
Yep.
and probably even without that, it would have happened anyway. I think.
Yeah. Right.
Just from I was closing my eyes when I was switching the thing, like the direction, to try and reduce that as well.
Yeah.
But I get motion sick when I play fucking Obra Dinn.
Yeah.
I don't have a chance.
And he literally
in
got
hell.
motion sick
You
playing
were in that for ages, though. You did a great
the game
job.
last week.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was really brave of me.
As a Titanic enthusiast,
A game, video game.
Evan,
Yes.
how much did it
explain.
live up to your hopes of being on the Titanic?
I genuinely got the feel when you're standing on the deck of the Titanic and you look out and there's icebergs. It did give me that feeling of like, I'm on the Titanic.
Beautiful.
That
And
was,
describe that feeling in 10 words or less.
it was exciting.
3 words, good job. Really exciting.
Did you think about holding your piece of coal
No, I should have done that.
while you were shoveling coal? You
Well,
should have been
I could have been
holding your
holding the
real piece of
actual
coal.
coal. There was some animosities I saw in the chat of people saying that is this distasteful because thousands of real people died. I'm not sure. I think probably when the Titanic sank. I don't think that it is really
I think it is.
important. Well, I mean, compared to like you can play a World War II game and go around and actually shoot people in the game.
Wait, is that real?
No, it's not real.
Oh, okay.
It's a game
This
he's
isn't
working
real.
It's a video game. Again,
World
I'll
War II
explain
is
later.
real.
What?
The war happened.
I think that's disrespectful as well.
Oh, okay.
What would be a respectful way to have this Titanic game exist?
I like that.
What would be
You're
respectful?
fighting the iceberg.
Yeah, the iceberg has huge arms.
People would still
And
consider
you punch, it's like a fighter game, and you're punching the iceberg.
Or
And you've got a big
Then
heat
it's like
gun.
you're fighting. You're fighting the tragedy. You're not enjoying it. You're
What
fighting
if
against the
you-
tragedy.
play as the iceberg and you figure out this whole like really deep backstory for the iceberg, and then you have empathy for the iceberg, and then
Yes.
no one's upset about the Titanic anymore.
You know why? It's a class
No.
thing. The iceberg is like poured down. It's like, and it hates the rich. The rich people are coming
Right.
for its territory, and it's like, this is my land.
Most of the rich people
he's
survived.
I don't think you know much about the Titanic.
The rich are all rich.
And
so rich.
the iceberg's like, I didn't mean to. I'm just so fucking big.
You know what? The iceberg has narcolepsy.
I can't help that I'm jacked. Oh.
It fell asleep. Sleep on the job.
You cannot give any nuance to bad characters in media anymore. We're
done.
not doing it.
The Wicked trailer
It
is
means
out.
that you are pro whatever bad thing was said or done. Okay?
I'm pro
iceberg.
friendship. So I think my agenda is being met tonight. Here with you all.
Congratulations.
Great.
Yeah. Evan hates friendship.
But he loves the Titanic tragedy.
Would you like a version of this game where it's multiplayer?
I don't know. What would you do? Hit each other with shovels?
Run around the Titanic playing hide and seek.
That does sound fun, actually.
Teach each other how to swim through the poop deck bowels.
You're just friends shoveling coal together, and you're like, wow, this is
Bleak.
hard but honest work.
Yep.
Working harder.
Is that all you were doing the whole time?
No, just right at the end.
Right.
Throw a lump of coal to each
Like
other.
before I stopped playing. Most of the time I was, at the start, it took me ages to figure out that it was like a doorway in front of me and there were like these planks of wood and I had to like rip them off the wall and it was so cool.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird. I don't know why they're boarding up doorways in the Titanic.
So big strong boys like me can come along and
Yeah. Just rip off the...
I was like, "Ugh."
Yeah.
And then I
Just
walked,
hammering on like some guy is gonna love this.
and then I walked down a hallway and then I saw some men shoveling coal and then I started shoveling coal.
So that's the same amount of game that I played. It's just that I spent 10 minutes before that listening to someone talk at me while I
What?
stood in a room.
What did you think of the voice acting?
I don't care about that.
I felt like the voice acting was all over the place. There was one actor who was like good, and
Okay,
then
I didn't know you were a hater.
one of them just clearly sounded like it was probably the developer or something. Just it was like a low quality, poorly acted thing.
Try and explore some of this area while we finish up planning the rest of your mission.
Yeah, I've heard some stories about these fellas.
Anyway, it seems like it must have been a placeholder thing. There's a few bits like that just don't. It doesn't filter, which it isn't done. But they are still charging $27 for it. So there's part of me that's like, come on, you're going to be a little bit more done than that. And it doesn't. I feel like it doesn't quite live up to some of the. It says top of the line graphics. Experience the Titanic in all her glory, utilizing top level lighting and water systems. The water does actually look pretty good, especially for a VR game. But the lighting, I didn't think was much to write home about.
I don't think
Is
it looks
she-
like
Why
top graphics.
In all
No.
of her glory, if it's when she's sinking.
Also, why are they gendering the Titanic?
Well, I mean, you know, it's
What's more beautiful?
Then a woman
the main
going
thing that
down.
we know
That's
about
right.
of it. Han, you really wanted to play more of this,
I did.
which surprised me.
Yeah, because I hadn't done much. I like explored a little bit. I wanted to keep looking around.
I did too.
There were no jump scares or anything yet, so I was like keen to. I think it looks kind of cool, and I haven't played a lot of like VR games. I've done like VR experiences, but I haven't like played many games, and I thought it was really cool. I picked up an axe, and I like broke something with it.
Yeah.
And then, but
what
it
it's
was
all about.
really hard to pick the axe up. It
Yeah.
was. I
No,
couldn't
was it?
just like go towards it, press the button that makes your hand do
Yes,
this,
you
the
could.
trigger. Well, no, but every time I did, it didn't work. Sometimes I had to go like I couldn't just go like over it. I had to go under it, and then I would be holding it backwards, and then I had to move my hand around until it eventually was holding it
Oh, you do
right.
it with your hand?
And then
That famous thing we all know.
that's how it's done, right? I was driving with my
curvy
hand. And then every now and then it would just be in this hand, but I never put it in this hand.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about because I saw that axe and I bent down and I picked it up and it was in my hand.
Yeah.
And then I went, and then I had it.
Sometimes it was, and then sometimes it was in this, and then sometimes it was upside down. I struggled.
Yeah, I think some of
But
the
I like it.
interactive stuff is definitely more janky than. Like, I've recently been spoilt by Half-Life Alyx, but even that is now,
Skill
what,
issue.
3 or 4 years old. And I felt like that kind of should have just set some of the standards for this stuff. Like, it's a big enough title and well-received enough that I think games like this should just look at that as a reference, as like, this is kind of just how you should do things, you know? It's like first-person shooter games back in the 90s were all kind of different. And then they sort of all kind of converged and everyone sort of agreed. It's like, oh yeah, this is the sort of the control scheme. This is generally how they should work. So that you can
Who got
kind
it
of...
right?
Huh?
Who got it right?
Who got it right? Probably maybe Quake or one of those games
I don't know what that
probably.
I don't know what that
You don't know what Quake is?
No.
And
Like
you're
Over the Earth?
call yourself a gamer.
I'm a girl gamer.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
In a house full of girls, by the way.
Quake 2? Quake 3?
Who
Quake
do you
4?
think was buying me Quake? I nearly said Quirk.
Quake Champions.
Oh my god.
The what's going on over here?
guys, can we get it together, please?
Normal, cool guys.
I feel like for a newly released game, they should have this interaction stuff down pat. There's stuff that you just can't interact with, and I realize this stuff takes a lot of work to develop, and maybe when it's done, this will be better. But there's stuff that's like maybe you can pick up a glass bottle and smash it, but then there's the thing next to it that you just can't do anything with. It just sort of breaks the immersion a bit when you're not really sure what you can interact with and what you can't.
Yeah, and you want good immersion when you're on the sinking Titanic.
Well, yes, you want to feel like you're there. And to be honest, I think the motion
dying.
sickness helps. Because I think I probably would be motion sick if I was on a
point.
sinking boat like that.
I've got motion sickness on boats that are staying afloat just fine.
I agree, though. There were things that I wanted to touch and I couldn't. I'd be like, oh, there's a pole. What if I
You want to touch everything.
Because I had my axe, I just wanted to hit stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I would see a pole and I could nothing, and then I just feel silly.
Yes.
Because what if the other guys that
don't
are
wanna
working
feel
on the
silly.
Titanic can see me? I'm like, what are you?
Aren't you supposed to be fitting in at that time?
Maybe.
So what are you doing?
Standing out.
That's
Yeah,
right.
because I'm gonna be myself. If there's one thing I'm gonna do on the Titanic, it's be myself. With an axe.
Be yourself, but with an axe. So
Um,
people are less likely to say, yeah, because they're scared of you.
Yeah.
But I mean, if there was something you could interact with, it did have like a little green mark on it that said you can touch this.
Yeah, for sure. The stuff that's important to whatever you're doing, the mission or the gameplay, that critical stuff is signposted like that. But I feel like
Want to touch everything.
with maybe better game design, you wouldn't need to signpost everything quite so obviously.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it should be like a good kind of like point and click games and stuff, how you can like touch pretty much everything.
Yeah.
And it'll do something, or it'll just at least make a noise.
I mean, like you're talking about Half-Life Alyx. That's kind of pretty much everything.
You're the only one talking about Half-Life Alyx.
Well, it's just because it's a good reference because it's a VR game that I've played recently.
If Alex is watching, I hope you have a full life.
It's time for 7 minutes in heaven.
7 minutes in heaven.
I'll start a timer on my phone.
Okay.
Are you guys aware that you can't make any noises?
Oh, I'm aware. I'm ready.
All right, ready, set, go.
Okay, so the Titanic was a ship that went off in, I think, 1912. Left from wherever and was going to wind up in America, I suppose. It didn't quite make it because it hit an iceberg. From what I understand, and I'm not an expert in this at all, they really shouldn't have been going as fast as they were going. I think they were being kind of reckless about that. They were almost done. They were almost at their destination. They were only like a couple of days maybe from arriving. But they were going too fast. They were going too fast into an ice field or whatever you call it. Lots of ice going around. Apparently they didn't have enough binoculars, which is something they should have sorted out probably. It was, it was dark and late and stuff. So I think that, there were a few sort of process issues that, the whole thing could have been avoided really, and should have been. And they hit the iceberg. They sort of turned a bit. I think if they hit the iceberg head on, it probably wouldn't have sank because of the way that the ship was designed to be unsinkable, basically. Gee, that really came back to embarrassing, didn't it? It was just it hit the iceberg, cut through too many of the watertight compartments. And there was, I think, that was kind of it, right? That was not much you can do about that. It was gonna sink. Went right down there. A lot of people died. So a lot of people survived as well. Remarkably, quite a lot of people survived, despite it being like freezing cold temperatures, very cold water. There were icebergs, but they had a lot of lifeboats. They didn't have enough lifeboats for all the people. But even if they did have enough lifeboats for all the people, it wouldn't have saved everybody because lifeboats were going off with not even enough people on them. the lifeboats they could fit like 60 people on them, right? And they'd be going off with just like, you know, a dozen or 2 dozen people. People getting too excited. Some people didn't want to leave. They thought, this thing isn't gonna sink. We're gonna hang out on the boat. So they didn't go out on the lifeboats. Some people couldn't get to them, obviously. You know, a lot of the third class passengers didn't make it because they were in the lower bits and they couldn't, you know, maybe they didn't know what was going on, or they weren't able to make it up and so they didn't make it. I think I would have survived. You know, in hindsight, I think all you really had to do was get on a lifeboat. I think, and that would have really been, and there was room to get on a lifeboat. I think if everybody had that attitude, I think a lot more people would have survived. You know, but I guess, you know, hindsight's 20/20. And you know, at the time, maybe you wouldn't have that. You wouldn't, you know, have that sort of complete view of things, and you know, you're not really sure what's going to happen, and maybe you don't know that there's lifeboats there, and you know. I think if I was in the band, I probably would have stopped playing and gone on a lifeboat. Personally, they're just contractors or whatever. I'd be like, I'm getting off. There's another Titanic VR game that I should play. It's called Titanic VR. And I think it's less about supernatural horror and more just about, you know, just being able to walk around on the ship. I think that would be kind of interesting. We went to the Titanic exhibition. What is it? The Titanic? The artifact exhibition. We got to see the artifacts, read people's stories, people who were on there and stuff. And that was interesting. You get to go see the grand staircase, which I actually felt was pretty underwhelming. I think it could have been a lot more grand, but I'm not sure how. I don't have any like decks. I guess it's, you know, it's only. I mean, the Titanic by today's standards is quite a small ocean liner. You know, you compare it to like, you know, the new Disney, you know, the big cruise ships of today, and it's, you know, very it's quite modest in comparison, but I guess that's 100 years of progress for you. But you know, the grand staircase of the Titanic is, you know, but by today's standards, not all that grand. Well, you know, it was nice. Just not very big, I guess. I expected it to be bigger, you know? Usually you're like, oh, it's a grand staircase and they're recreating it for the exhibit. You're like, I don't know, I kind of pictured it would be grander. But that's fine, you know, it's good. Yeah, we got some coal in a thing, in a snow globe. It's like a Titanic snow globe or whatever, there's some coal in that. You know, I never noticed before, the first 3 letters of Titanic is tit. Titanic. Titanic. I don't know, I'm just looking for things to talk about now. What else? I haven't seen the movie for a while. It's quite long, right? I haven't seen it. I don't think I've seen it since for many, many, many years. I think my grandparents had it on VHS. I've been thinking about going back and rewatching it, but I probably won't. I'm not sure. It's probably too much about Jack and what's her name, right? I don't know if it would be that interesting. I don't know. I feel like too much like just boring romance plot or whatever. When you really just want to see about the ship sinking, right? Have you made a movie about that? Just about the ship sinking? Well, I guess there's documentaries and stuff. But you know, maybe if they met, hey, oh good. That one went quicker than previous ones.
Yeah.
How much money would people have to pay for you to like just do an hour of that?
An hour?
Oh, like you should do like an improvised comedy special of you just talking about Titanic. I think you've got enough in you. You've got all the information.
Do I? I don't know if I've got actual information.
one else
I've
had
got my
said-
impression of what information might be.
I liked the bit where you did like a Mark Wahlberg thing. If I was on the plane, it wouldn't have gone down like that.
No, let me be clear. The Titanic would still have sunk. And thousands of people would have died still. It's just I would have
But not
survived.
you.
Me.
Not you.
I don't think you understand that the poor people weren't allowed to get on the boat.
Were they not allowed?
This is in the movie. They
I
locked
haven't
the
seen
doors.
the movie for a while.
They locked the doors to stop them from even getting to the top of the ship.
Yeah.
And then they don't let them on. They're like, no, first class passengers only. They won't let them get on.
And I think there was a flaw in the design of the ship, partly.
Yeah,
I mean,
probably had a lot of flaws, so you could walk around.
They
in
locked
there.
them on purpose.
The biggest flaw of all was classism.
Well, yes, but what I mean is
didn't make
that you should be able to still get to lifeboats, even if it's like, well, you're not allowed on this floor. This is for the rich people. You should still be able to get to the lifeboats.
No, they were stopping them so that they wouldn't go on the lifeboats.
Because they didn't want them to live. Because they saw them as unworthy of living because
Right.
they were poor.
They were
Okay.
like, well, the first class people get on the boats first.
Right.
And no one else.
Yeah.
Right.
I loved when you were talking about the staircase. That was my favorite bit.
Yeah.
You really.
It was a little bit underwhelming.
I
Not
wanna
so
know
grand.
I want to know what you like things could have been added to it to make it feel grand to you.
No, it just the
Gold
scale.
no.
Just the scale. More steps. It
More
looked
steps.
fine. Like it looked very nice.
Yeah.
It just wasn't very big.
Did it look like the one in the movie?
I don't remember the movie. It's been so long since I've watched the movie.
Clearly, you're just like, why didn't the poor people get on the boats? That's weird.
Well,
They must have been lost because they're so stupid. Walk up.
Get a better education and learn to walk upstairs. His words, not mine.
You didn't even see what happened to bloody, what's his name? Luigi or whatever. What was his name?
Luigi.
The Italian one.
Mamma mia.
What are you talking about? This is a character in the movie?
Yeah, he's Leo's friend.
He's wearing green overalls. He's looking for his brother the whole time. He's a plumber.
When one of those like big things on top come down, just
Yeah.
what are those things?
I don't know.
On the top of the ship.
Like a smokestack?
I don't think so. Yeah, like a smokestack.
Chimney.
He's Luigi, yeah. I drew this while you were talking. I don't know if it's visible.
I was recovered from the bowels of Evan's
Innards.
innards. Right.
Beautiful.
Okay.
I
good.
too drew a picture.
Oh, yes.
It's Evan on the Titanic.
Wow.
You're
That's
so
great.
big.
So this guy went like,
That is huge, in
huge.
comparison.
Evan, you gotta go to a
That
doctor.
poop is bigger than the Titanic.
Children on the show.
Which, to
Wow.
be fair, Evan's not much smaller than the Titanic.
He's huge.
Yeah.
The Titanic looks like a dinghy.
That's one big. How dare you? I put so much into this.
just perspective.
You say it looks like a dinghy?
because I don't have my glasses on.
Should we?
I didn't draw anything because
Whoa.
I was paying attention.
Well, thank you.
And I loved all of the information. I loved how you insulted the bear.
Oh, I was
I didn't insult the bear.
Man, that was very funny. Saying that they're like contract workers, which they probably are.
They were. They were. Yeah, they were.
And now it's canon that you look down on contract workers.
Why do I look down on? No,
No, I'm joking.
I mean, if anything, I think they had too much dedication to their work. I wouldn't have. I would have been like, nah, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Thrown your instruments into the water and jump.
Oh, maybe. Sure.
Well, and that's why you're not a musician, I suppose.
Well, one of the
the
many
craft.
reasons that I'm not a musician. Sure. Should we get back to the show?
Yeah.
So look, my impressions of this game generally, I think it's not quite cooked yet. It needs a bit more time. I'm going to stop playing it.
That's how I feel about you.
That's unkind.
I would say the game's pretty cooked.
You would stop playing him.
Yeah, it is pretty.
I don't know about that.
Um,
I just keep stringing him along. Playing hard to get.
Hey, someone's got to do
Cooked in
it.
a different sense.
One of these days, he's going to fall in love with me. I just know it.
And then what?
Right, Evan?
yep.
And then what?
And then I'll get bored and move on because that's the type of girl I am. I have my walls up, man.
Um,
I only want what I can't have. And right now, that's Evan.
This I think it needs more time in the oven, and I'm gonna give it that time. I'm gonna
Thank you.
You personally?
leave this. Well, yes, I'm gonna leave it for a bit because I spent $27 on it. There's a lot of reviews in the Oculus or the MetaQuest store that are like 5-star reviews, being like, "This is the best horror game there is." And they have to be shills because this is not. I don't know how you could come away from this game thinking that it's definitely quite rough around the edges. But I paid the money for it, so I'm going to give it a bit more time. Wait
didn't
until
mind
it's
it, though.
actually released. I still am. I think
I want to keep playing it.
the hook of the I think the concept is pretty intriguing.
I mean, of course you do.
Obviously, this like I said, it sounds like the perfect game. But it just needs a bit more time. I'm thinking. So I'm going to come back to this when this is more done. That's my feeling. So it's on Quest. You can play it on Quest 2 and Quest 3. It's going to come to Steam VR and also PSVR. I think is what they said. But
You think?
it's not. I think
Does that mean I can play it? No.
if you had a PSVR or a Steam. Well, yeah, with your Vive. Yeah.
With my Vive.
With my Vive that you have.
You can play games with this?
Yeah. The game I play with mine is real cool guy.
Yeah? You got a
Like
cool guy vibe?
the main thing I play with my vibe is cool,
that vibe.
friendly, everyone likes it. Everyone likes me. That's my vibe. That's how I play.
And
There are so many.
don't.
And because what I thought,
You thought
and then there are so many.
I meant like as a human being, my aura, my vibe is the way I play it, the way I use it, be cool, have fun, live, laugh.
Are you going to maybe play some games on the Vive now that you've played this and you enjoyed it? Maybe there's so many more games that are like this, better than this.
I'd have to like turn my computer on
Okay.
and like plug it in and
Yeah,
stuff.
no,
And I got all in my room with my computer is just I just put washing on the floor in there that I haven't folded.
Right, okay.
You know, that's what I use that room for.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to Metro Awakening.
I live in a mansion.
That Metro Awakening looks like it could be kind of the next game that could be as good as
Metro
Half-Life
Awakening.
Alyx.
What is this, a sequel to Queer Eye for the Straight Guy?
That is another title, an alt title.
Thank you.
Anyway, it's set in Russia, I think.
What is
I guess
a sequel to the Cold War?
I think it's a sequel to Metro 2020,
That makes more sense.
whatever year it is.
That game we all love.
Right
Yes.
now, whatever year it is?
No, the year that the game is. I can't remember.
Right now, 2003, I believe.
Metro Exodus is what I'm thinking of. Thank you, Remover. We talked about it on this show.
I don't remember that.
You might not have been there. I can't remember. It was a while ago. Anyway, the future is bright for VR. It's so yes. You if you wanted to, if you're as enticed by this game as I am, it's on Quest 2 and Quest 3, and it'll be coming to other platforms after. But just be warned, it's still in development. But anyway, it'll be great when it comes out.
Buyer beware.
Yeah. I don't think it's not, at the moment, it's not worth $27. That's what I think.
I thought it was fun.
But Naomi thought it was fun, so take that with a grain of salt.
Excuse me?
Take that for what it's worth.
Naomi liked it. So
So it must be good.
it must be gay. That's what Evan's thinking.
No.
No. I'm sure the game isn't gay. He would never say that.
What?
They would think it though.
Remember when I said that our viewers were gay and you were like, don't insult them or something?
I did not say that.
I did not say that.
Oh, he went, no, they're straight.
I was joking.
You should Evan, you should know by now. You can't call people straight.
Look at that, we are gay. We're very gay.
Okay, we are gay.
Yeah, obviously you're all gay.
Hey, what did you guys think of the game?
I enjoyed it and I would play it again. I understand the wanting to let it cook thing, but I also think I want to play it. and I liked it, and I think VR is really cool and fun. And as I said earlier, and I will reiterate, I had an axe.
Yeah, and they
don't let me have those in real life.
Not anymore. Not after the accident.
Not anymore.
To have some escapism.
Axe.
From the world where I'm not allowed access.
Oh, yes. What?
Axescapism.
I don't know about that.
Escapism. I like it. Oh, I also really love that it's now time to go back.
Oh yeah.
Well, maybe.
It sounds like it's time to go to school. Like mum wakes me up in the morning. All right, time to go back to the Titanic.
But also it's
Time,
now.
hey, sweetie.
Oh, gotta go drown again.
Not again.
Mom, 5 more minutes. Sweetie, it's time to go back to the Titanic.
But I want to stay
I
here
want to stay in bed.
where I don't drown and I'm
well.
covered in human feces.
They're still just talking about being gay.
That's the other thing. My criticism is this game didn't have 2 boys kissing.
Yeah.
Yet.
Maybe one day.
Yet.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
Do you think there were gay people on the Titanic?
No.
Evan!
They didn't exist then.
No.
I guess just, you'd have to assume.
There could be gay people in this room.
I think I'd know. I think I'd know. I have a really good gator, and I see straight.
I like the game, but
you?
also I couldn't play it at all because it made me feel sick immediately. I like the concept.
Would you ever pick this up again? It feels like you would not survive.
And yeah, I don't think hey, you know what? Evan knows me better than I know myself. I would not survive on the Titanic, and I would not survive in any VR headset because I got a tiny head and it made me feel sick.
Well, I believe in you, sir.
Okay, thank you. If they could find a way to make it so that there's no way you'll get motion sickness, maybe, but that's not how
I mean, it is
works.
something that you get your VR legs. You can, after a while, you just get used to it. So I got pretty good when I first got my Oculus Rift. I got pretty good at it because I was using it a lot. But now most of the VR games I play are like Beat Saber and stuff where you're not really moving around much. I've played a lot of Half-Life Alyx recently, but that you teleport around, so it's all right. Nobody's bored of this.
Wake up! It's time to go back to the Titanic.
This is all a dream.
Hey, before we wrap up the show, we have to thank our top patrons. Thanks so much to Blake Hannikin, Brandon Wozni, Brianna Gordon is at Taylor Swift and sends her regards. Hope you're having a good time at Taylor Swift.
She's not on tonight, is she?
She's not on tonight?
Let's go to Jupiter to get more.
I guess she's going. Sydney has 4 nights.
They have smaller place, right?
They have smaller place.
They have small place.
She went and get some dinner in Sydney, I saw.
Wow.
Cameron Fullwood. Chris Potts. Well, it was like national
Oh yeah, she
news.
ate
Chris Potts.
dinner.
Christian Sanchez.
Sir Irish.
Yeah.
Great. David Bourne, David Holland, Death Wombat, Decay, Dummy Thick Dave, Fahad Altani, Hannah Green, Jack Sanguinetti, Jim Bates, Jimmy Jojo, Junior Shabadoo, MJ, Namph, Oscar A, Recon 7474, Rupert the Dog, Santry Raikkonen, Scott, Monster Cock McKeechin. We were going pretty well for a clean episode this week, but
You can just beep that.
I guess I could just beat
Yeah.
that. Sean Prague, Siraj, and Exed Neil. Yeah, we got pretty, we didn't get too filthy this week.
I was about to say, I didn't know we were going for a clean episode at
We
all.
won't. It was just sort of just wound up that way because most of the start was talking about like Xbox industry analysis basically.
Yeah.
And it didn't really go down any.
So true.
So you're saying that if we can put a beep on that, if right now if I stare at the camera and just swear a bunch, it'll just be beep, 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 beep.
I don't know. I tried to beep some episodes recently and
doing?
people don't do that.
Is that an Oreo?
What? You know what I'll do?
What
I'm
are
just
you-
going to say a bunch
what
of
are you
nice
holding?
things.
Do anything.
Oh, Han's going to do
What
something.
have you got? What have you got? Drop it.
I got Han that
Leave it.
that for their
Leave
birthday.
it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Tazo's here. Do you guys want to see?
Tazo! Okay, I'm going to stare at the camera and say a bunch of nice things, but pretend that they're mean things, and then you can bleep them out. It. Free.
Do you want music?
Love. And respect. Rights.
Look, it's baby.
cetera.
So old.
He's not old.
Isn't he old?
Yeah, but you can't tell.
Oh.
He got a haircut.
So cute.
He's so
He got
handsome.
groomed today.
Look at
Showing
him.
everyone his
Hey.
teeth.
Oh, you're gonna
Oh,
do a
he's
yawn? Do a
so-
big yawn.
Oh, it was a little
missed
one.
it.
He did a little yawn.
Aw. Hey, if you want to hear your name read out on the show, you can sign up to the Close Personal Friend Patreon tier. Or if you can't get enough of us and you want some bonus Gamey Game content, you can join the Backstage Pass tier, where for $10 a month you can submit and vote on questions for our weekly Patreon question segment. There's 9 exclusive segments up there right now, all as silly and as fun as the main show. But no matter which tier you're on, you'll get to join our Discord and hang out there, and there you'll be the first to get new episodes as soon as they're done. We'll post them on the Discord there. There's also a $25 tier where you get all that, plus you get a mug. We'll ship it anywhere in the world for you. So sign up at patreon.com/gaming to keep the show alive.
Look, they're supporting you in the chat. Look at
Are
him
they?
go.
What are they?
Look at him go. Because they're proud of you for doing that.
Oh, okay.
Whoa!
Even North Korea. I don't know about North Korea. To be honest, there are some places. There's one place in the world we haven't been able to send a mug because they don't have addresses there. And what can you do? Hey,
So much.
Han, where can people find you, Han?
Oh my God. So you'll never find me on the Titanic. Come see me on the Titanic. Anyway, I'm on Instagram. I've only done 2 little Twitch streams.
Yeah, what's your Twitch handle?
I think
in
it's
the-
hamb_r.
Hamb?
HAMB.
Like lamb?
_ Yeah, because so Han, obviously ham is a very obvious nickname that I get called by lots of people. And then, I don't know, sometimes it's ham, but don't worry about it.
Okay.
But I'm working, if anyone has recommendations for a better name for Twitch, I'm gonna use it. But this is what I have right now, okay? And _r. Anyway, I've been playing the humongous games.
Oh,
which
so
is,
good.
So I've played Putt Putt and Freddy Fish. If anyone recalls, one of the Putt Putt games, Ashley's gonna come play with me. Called
Putt Saves the Zoo.
Putt Putt Saves the Zoo. Ashley's gonna come play with me.
So we can drink the hot chocolate together.
I think that our mutual friend Dylan is going to come play as well, and my brother has been playing with me. And if you want to see my dad in the chat, he'll always be there. So I've been doing that, and if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know when I'm going to do it. And then also, can I talk about festivals?
Of course.
Great. In Adelaide, from the 11th to 17th of March, I'm going to be doing my show How to Shave, which is my little stand-up show for the last time ever, and then it goes in the bin. Not in a bad way, it's just where it goes because I'm going to make another one day. And then the most exciting thing, I don't know why I'm talking like this, Jesus Christ.
You just said it's the most exciting thing.
30th of March, I will be doing this really cool show for Melbourne Comedy Festival called Dysphoria in Memoriam, which is where I have picked 2 very lovely, deserving trans people, and I've basically decided to put on a big fundraiser. I've got an insane lineup of legit famous people.
So good.
That is going to be so good, and I'm just raising money for these 2 people to have to help them save for gender-affirming surgeries. And I've picked them, and we're going to make money, and it's going to be free money for them to get rid of their titties.
Free money.
Yeah, well, for them, they don't have to. They just have to literally just be there, and we're going to raise money for them.
So that they can be
awesome.
themselves.
And I'm so excited.
Yay!
That's all of my thing.
Can people contribute if they can't go to the show? Is there a way for people to?
Not so far. I'm working on it, but not so far.
Okay.
But it would be better if you did come.
Okay.
Yay!
So that's during festival. What did you say, March 30th?
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Just once, just one night.
Just once.
one night.
So
One night only.
all the more reason for people to
At Trade
put it
Hall.
on their calendar.
Awesome. Well, great. Ash, what are you up to? You're doing a show here.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, I just went to the Titanic in my head. Yeah, I'm doing. First, I'm going to Adelaide on the 5th, the 7th, and the 9th of March. I will be doing
So soon.
I know, and the show will be done and ready. But it's kind of like work in progress thing. So it's going to be really helpful if anyone's in Adelaide. Please come because I don't know many people there, and that'll be really great. And then my fun hour that I'll be doing live stream here, will be the first 2 weeks of the festival at Theory Bar. I've got I think 10 shows all up. You can find all of it on my Instagram at @AshleyCrapApp, which is a poo joke. And it's the right pronunciation. And The live stream that we'll be filming here
Yeah.
will be on the 2nd of April, which will be great. And there's going to be a live studio audience, like I said before.
Yeah. So if you can't make it to the Melbourne International Comedy Festival, which is what we're all going to be doing over March, April, this is one of the few shows that you don't have to physically be here for.
Yeah.
That you can watch from anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world. From the 2nd of April until, I believe, the 21st of April will be available on demand to watch from home. But if you are in Melbourne and you want to see us film it here, come.
Oh yeah, we need an audience.
We need
in
a live
here
audience as well.
to experience it for what, $5.50 or something?
$5.50,
Super
yeah.
cheap show.
Yeah. And then I think the tickets online will be relatively cheap as well.
Yep.
And all the shows I'm doing at Theory Barn here, everything's wheelchair accessible, and I have an Auslan interpreted performance as well.
Oh, amazing.
It's going to be sick.
And so go to the Comedy Festival website for this?
Go to the comedy. I would say go to the link in my Instagram.
Okay.
Will have everything. And also, if you want to watch Scamp, which we also made here, you can watch
Oh,
that as well, which is a stupid talk show that I made, which is very silly.
Yeah. So we put people to your Instagram, I guess. What's your Instagram?
At Ashley Crapap. ASHLEY CRAPAP.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
Sweet. Check it all out. What are you up to, Naomi? Doing stuff?
Good luck figuring it out.
Got your insight dress there?
Yeah, got my inside dress. Covered in sunflower pollen.
Yeah. You're going to be trying to get that out of it, do you think?
Huh?
You're going to have another go at getting rid of the stain?
Yeah. I'll probably put some stuff on it. I would, but actually please do follow my account. If you muted me, you can unmute me now. You know, I won't shut up, but my frequency's gone down a lot. But yeah, there's something. Stuff takes so long, but then there's a small thing coming soon.
Okay, great. So follow Naomi on social media.
There's an interim thing. Forget it.
Are you non-monstrosity on everything?
Yeah, I am.
Non-monstrosity.
Look up Naomi Higgins. I don't
What
know.
is
I'm not your mother.
Okay.
Don't listen to me. You keep on mansplaining. Everyone's listening. It's like a Weird Al version of Meghan Trainor's song, but it's just the opposite.
Okay.
Except you've got 20,000 vision because of your insight.
What's that got to do with anything?
It all comes back. It all makes sense.
Yes?
While we were talking, I drew a picture of Ashley Apap doing comedy to promote her shows, and I thought maybe it could help
What the hell?
with.
Wow, that's great.
What does it say?
It says Ashley Apap
Oh, yeah.
by Han Arbuthnott, and it's Ashley doing stand-up.
Show Tazo, he's come to the city.
And Tazo's going to... What do you think about this, sir? He doesn't want the people
Oh,
to
he
see.
said pass.
He wants the artist.
He said silence women. I thought that this arm that's on my hip was one big tit sideways.
Oh,
He
yeah.
wants me to draw him, I understand.
Is this like the Smiths ads? Remember the ads for the
are very
Smiths
good.
chips?
Chips?
Yeah, they were like the stick figure. If you enjoy the show, subscribe to the channel, and remember you can podcast the show. Just search for us on whatever podcast app you use, and we'll no doubt be there. Thanks so much for watching, guys. How exciting to be doing 150 episodes. My God, that's why I'm so tired.
Thank you so much for having us on this momentous occasion. It's been lovely.
Yeah, what a pleasure. Get to talk about the Titanic together.
Got to hear you talk
could
about
be
it.
Better. Got to hear me talk about it for 7 minutes if it makes it into the edit.
Better.
Yeah, everyone wants that in there. Thanks, guys. We'll catch you next week.
Bye.
For more Gamey Gamey Game.
Oh, you think there should be a death penalty?
For vaping.
Wow. Ben Russell would be dead.
Oh.
Vaping is the death penalty.